Okay, so now again, we're on the higher time frame here, and we're going to go through an exercise together now that we've identified a turning point where on time, this is a time measurement bar, and we're not going to show you how we do this. Okay, that's in our program. Again, we teach this program, but it's much more important for you guys to understand time. We have an automatic software that now correlates the time, and it's your job to identify it based on where the candles are going. But again, that's in our program. So now what we're going to do based on the traveling of price is that we're going to start to look at time in quadrants. So 50% time, 75% time, 100% time, okay, 150% time, 200% time, 250% time, so on and so on and so on, okay, to identify the next turning point. Typically what we want to see is 100% time come in, okay? Can it land at 250% time? Yes, it can. Okay. And the way that you want to identify that is by putting in your mag box. Okay. And watching how the candles follow up the Ganfeng. Okay. Now we're just going to adjust, say, turning point 9 to see what that looks like. Okay. You'll notice when you look at turning point 9 coming down to 10, you see that it's picking this fan line here, not the first one, the second one. Okay. It's picking this fan line, and you can start to see that it kind of obeys the fan line, the candles, okay, to identify the next turning point. Again, to the upside, it picks a fan line, and you've got your turning point, okay? So again, to the downside, you can see it picked this fan line. You see that? Remarkable stuff, you guys, okay? Now to the upside, it's picking this fan line. You see that? So time expansion can be much harder to call on the higher time frames. For now, we are going to live with the idea that we are going to get at least a higher high. So right now we have a lower high. Okay. We have a higher, we have a lower than 9. So we are sitting what you would call a sideways market or accumulation phase. What we are looking to have is a higher high, meaning 3 is landing higher than 1 to confirm trend. Okay. So sometimes price again will stop at the 0.1, the 1.5, and it'll deviate down. If Bitcoin can have these very sharp 10 to 20% drops, very sharp. So just be mindful of that. Again, watch for the signal. You'll be able to see, okay, Chris has identified turning point 3. We're going to head down to 4. You can choose to take profit here. Nothing wrong with that. There's always going to be another trade. Okay. Now, what I see coming in on the much larger time forecast is that we're going to hit this roughly 60,000, this area right here at the 2. Okay. And then we're going to deviate down. Okay. For some sort of bearish situation. So for now, we're looking at these higher time frames. Now, you can see 100% time is right here in April. Looks like April 3rd. There's a possibility of some downwards action for turning point 4. Now, because we're looking at the space between the turning points, we have to identify, could this really be 4 in a much larger time frame? What are the mathematical probabilities to accept this trade that 4 is going to be some sort of disastrous downwards movement, downwards like this, in order to catch 4? Unlikely, because we need 3, turning point 3, to come in kind of a more healthier way to accept that 3 has met its time frame. Okay. It's very tough to bunch the turning points together. Can it happen? Yes, you can get very close proximity and turning points, but you can also have this expansion in turning points. Okay, so based on this previous expansion and then compression and then expansion of time, we will accept that 3 is going to come in later. Now, if we stop here for 3, that's okay. We'll come down for a 4. It still doesn't mean that we're going to head into some sort of bear market. Again, we're going to just look for the higher highs. Now, if you start to see these big green candles, it's up to you, you guys, whether or not you take your profits. I personally, in parabolic signals, am a long-term forecaster. I like to wait for the long-term signals, meaning I'm much longer than most people. I will buy when I see the incredible low periods, and I will sell the much higher periods. I don't care about this stuff in between because a lot of the market will correlate to also a lot of the altcoins that I hold. So the altcoins are going to give me much more substantial gains than Bitcoin or Ethereum at this point. Okay. So I will buy the lows and I will sell the highs. That's my job. I've been buying Theta since $3.50 ever since back here. And I will keep buying Theta even down here. You can see Theta is actually sitting lower in price than it was down here. As it sits right now, it was actually sitting lower in price when Bitcoin was at 29,000. And again, it's my job to show you what a market cycle low looks like. And anybody that's not investing into crypto right now, they are going to miss the green candles big time. The green candles are coming. I guarantee you they are. So again, there is also always a possibility of a bear market right away. But again, what I like to do is I will identify the major turning points, take my profit, sit and wait to see what the price action does, especially on my altcoins. For example, if Theta only goes from say $3 to $6, I will sit in my Theta. I will not trade out of my Theta. Okay, I will keep laddering in positions. Why? Because that coin is poised to go from $3 to $30 to $300. It will do that over time. I don't really care about all of this price action between. I just keep buying. Okay, and now as a trader, eventually I may trade out of it for US dollars or whatever central bank digital currency they come up or whatever, or I may even stake it. But for now, I am buying big time. It's been over 2 years since Theta has been sitting at these low price points, since way down at $2.2 where it stopped. Okay, and that's just one coin. So again, we're trying to make sure that we're correlating Bitcoin. Okay, and I want to tell you guys, there is a big bull movement coming for Bitcoin. You'll see it. There's going to be there's probably going to be some sort of pullback here in the summer, and I do even see another big spike coming for the end of this year. Imagine me telling you that 6 months in advance. It's a little bit scary, but again, I'm here to protect your guys' portfolios. But this again is just core concepts to look at when you're looking at my trades. Your choice when to take profit, trade outside of the kill zone and identify higher highs and higher lows, or if you're shorting the market, identify the lower lows and the lower highs in order to short the market. So that's it, guys. If you guys have any questions based on what I'm showing you, go ahead and ask them now. It may help the other people understand the trading side of things for the videos. But again, it's not too complicated. You guys, a lot of people like to make it complicated. It's really not that complicated. You buy the red candles, you sell out of your green candles based on my forecast. And if you really, really want to forecast the future, I have developed an entire system with my partner in order for you guys to see how you can make these trades on your own. You guys, tiny little candles. tiny ones can make incredible amounts of money, even on the lower time frames. So there are some times where I will take a trade from, say, turning point 10 on the 8-minute up to 1, and I'll make 2 to 3 grand. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. But if you guys got some questions, just come and join me.
Hey, quickly, Chris, that Ganning course, how many hours is that in total?